shit, yeah, shit. Yo, the W is...
But this is why the confusion is going on in the body of Israel. The reason that the confusion is going on in the body of Israel, because this whole thing, the foundation that was laid for us to come forward as Israelites, was laid on Masonic principles, was laid on the Rosicrucian principles, a magical society, was laid under the Kabbalah order and so forth. That was the inner circle. That's the inner circle of this thing.
Shit, yeah, shit. Yo, the W is silent, y'all. It takes on no phonetical sound. It's with a vowel point on the O. That's how they get off. That's us, bro. Yeah. Yeah. They gon' hate me with this shit. But I told you about it. I got what I want. This for you, y'all. Without me, you spare my life. You never soon see what I will become and what I will need. You showed me a very clear road. You gave a new heart, you gave a new soul, you gave an old love. Why am I chose you the love of my life? I'll be exposed when one door opens, the other one closed. When one spring leaves, that's one deep hole. But when all that leaves, this is my soul. I live with my knees, defend with my soul. But when my spring leaves, this is my flow. I look back once, I can't do that no more. Now I got that chance, I'ma work harder. Love with my life, love with my father. To be my soul, who I lean on when the rest hate. I thank you, yeah, for my sake. You've been too good, too great. You always been here, face to face. When my moms would get mad, cause I stayed. I spoke your name to her face. And I'm gonna do the same for her sake. And let the world know, face to face. I only love you, no place. And there's no J in the wide space. Jack Moses,
All praises to Yah, the creator of the heavens and earth and everything in it, the self-sustaining one, the Holy One of Israel. My name is Ahrayah Devion, better known as Yah is King. And we have the elder here. Go ahead, elder, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Peace and shalom, my brother. Just like to say, first of all praises 100% to the Creator Yah, only, as in hallelujah. Peace and shalom to the black people, to the Israelites, aka the Israelites, and I'm excited to be here. And we're gonna let the truth come out. All praises, hallelujah.
All praises, all praises. So what we have for you tonight, we have a special show. We're going to be looking into a video that FOP did. Elder Quanah and Sharsham. They had recorded a video not too long ago, whether it was alive, I really don't know. But it was dealing with Ahrayah and the One West debacle. Now this is a situation that the elder and I was speaking about months ago. We were the only ones who were bringing this out, shedding light on this. Obviously, you know, he was doing it a lot longer than I've been doing it, as well as other brothers out there who know the truth. But now a lot of truth is being brought out by a lot of the elders that started off with One West, okay? And bringing out a lot of things that we were bringing out, but they were trying to brush everything up under the rug that we were bringing out because I guess they didn't want us shedding light on it, right? But as we see now, everything is coming out, and we praise Yah for that. Eliah, do you have anything you want to say to that?
Yes, like you said, you know, a lot of people get this thing confused, and they think that we have issues with Ahrayah, and we really don't. We love all our people in Israel, but we do hate lying and wickedness in Israel that's contributing to destroying lives and souls being lost. So we will stand up for righteousness. We will speak the truth. And we have been bringing this knowledge out for months and years before, trying to wake up our people, Israel, wake up and to realize that you just can't join groups and churches and camps without doing any research. Had you done any amount of real research, a lot of this was already out there for you to understand. And again, we emphasize the fact that it is the Creator Yah who we must turn to, not to man. We don't need any camps, any churches or groups when it comes to the truth of Yah. So again, everything is done in the dark. It's going to come to light. And we're going to hear from eyewitnesses, those that were there in the school and who had firsthand knowledge of the atrocities and the wickedness that is One West School of UPK.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And just add to what the elder was saying, you know, we had brought out months ago the situation that was going on with Ahrayah through the Gematria. And what a lot of the elders are saying now is hitting spot on what was brought out through the Gematria. So I just hope those take heed to what the elder just said. For those who are thinking about going into camps, you know, please rethink that thought. Understand that to know that you're Israelite is not a camp thing. This is a nationality thing. We are a nation of people. You should not be joining any camp, okay? What you should be joining is the communion or joining the arm of Yah, okay? And how we join the armor of Yah is by keeping his laws and understanding that it's Yah and Yah alone, right? No Yahweh Shai, no JC, none of the middleman, okay? Whether you want to dip them in chocolate or whatever, no middleman, Yah and Yah only. So that's how we join ourselves to the Most High, okay? We are Israelites by blood. So whether you want to accept that you are an Israelite, whether you want to accept this law or not, you are an Israelite regardless, okay? Now, whether you make it back into the kingdom is all based on whether you accept the law and apply the law and walk the law out in your everyday life, okay? So with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and get into the video. And, you know, please enjoy. Thanks.
And this is fair use.
Fair use. Yes, this is fair use.
For educational purposes.
Okay, Shalom Israel, grace and peace, Most High bless. Thank y'all for tuning in for Peace Civil War, for our people's edification. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Please like, share the video. Shalom to New Light Radio, positive reinforcement. Shalom Queen, and Shalom Swear big salute King, and Shalom to everybody that'll be coming in the chat. I believe the notifications is going out late, but we do have 24 people watching right now, so shalom to everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in.
That's their audio that went out, so just bear with their technical difficulties.
Thank y'all for tuning in, family. So we gotta want to say shalom, special shalom to Star and Lima family. Continue to pray for Star and Lima, as like I said, we lost our beloved brother Matt. He's wrestling with the fathers now in the spirit world. So continue to pray for the sisters for what they're going through, losing their loved one. And we're going to continue on to pray for them and anybody else that need prayer in the nation of Israel. Also, family, the fundraiser for the camp signs is going good. We are at $97 right now. Thank you for the donations. So we $203 short from our goal to get $300 so we can get our new camp signs. So if you want to donate, you can send a cash app to Shawsham or Elder Panaf. We appreciate it. And so we can get the camp signs done. Shalom, Ayana Coleman, Most High bless Queen. Thank you all for tuning in. So today, family, we have Elder Awar here. He was back in the original One West, and he wants to bring some information to the people and clear up some lies from Tazariak or ISHPK concerning the splits. And it's very important that we know the history. It was people that was there, certain things being said. I know y'all heard about the Clubhouse audio and a lot of other things that I've been playing on here from things General Yohana then said, and also other elders came on here, such as Elder Micah Allah, Elder Nathan, Elder Priam, Elder Lahab been on here, Elder Shaya Allah, a lot of elders been on here, Elder, I think he go by Starfire. There's a lot of elders from One West been on here, giving their sides of the story and what happened when, and you have a lot of these younger guys that came up that was not in the original One West, but come out the One West school of thought that wasn't there, and just giving their opinion or pushing forth a lie from somebody that was back there that's trying to cover certain things up to make them look good, like their school is only this and that. So, like I said, there's two sides to the story. Everybody got their version or saw or witnessed what happened. So, introducing to y'all Elder Award. He's going to bring forth what he wants to let the people know. He's going to drop a lot of jewels. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask too. But here's the Elder. Go ahead, Elder. You got it now.
All right. Let me give praise to the Most High in Christ, Yahweh Shem Shah. That's what we say. You got, But give you a little bio. I've been in the nation since I was 13. I'm 53. I was in the nation when we all right, and the school didn't have a wall. We had a wall, then they broke the wall down, and those from back then, they know about the key, and the key was the elder Yahweh. When you came to One West, he threw the key out the window. That's So make a long story short, I was in the nation when the elders was brothers, okay? And we're going to talk about how Satan, the devil. Let me tell y'all something, man. When we talk about the devil, we know Edom is the children of Satan. But when I tell you that real demon is real, just like the Bible say, I seen them do a tour in the nation, okay? Now, let's go back. All the splits you heard of, I was there because I was a part of the Royal Bodyguard, okay? Which was an elite group that Marshall put together because his life was being threatened, okay? Let me say this.
So that was true that
Yes.
they aspired to kill Elder Marshall.
Yes,
Okay.
but let me say that. Come home. Same.
I do apologize. We're having technical difficulties.
Same thing that goes on in the streets, okay? So what happened is this with that. Let me get that out the way. Okay, the mega split is because, now, let me say this about Marshall. Marshall was a good elder, bro. I used to drive him home, take him home. I talked to him in times when nobody, and he told me they did that dude dirty, okay? They lied on him. I'm gonna tell you why they lied on him, okay? When the oil tables came, everybody was at peace, but when they started the oil table business, a lot of this money started coming in, right? So once the money started coming in, cats wasn't going out. They wasn't going out.
They wasn't street teaching no more, stuff like that.
Right. They would fall, they was falling back. You know how it is. Yeah.
They wouldn't get paid.
Right. So that's when the Central Command came in. They were going under that. You can't. How you gonna say he gave you the okay to do that, right? Where in the business world, Marshall and Yahweh would have to co-sign that too. So how you gonna say Ahrayah told you that? That was a lie. That was a straight lie. So I don't know where he got that from, but that's who I respect. So anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. So like I said, they the money came in. These guys went crazy. Go ahead.
This the original 501c3 here.
Right.
And this is what I was saying, because Yohana claiming that they passed the school down to him. So-called. He claiming that they gave him, well, that's what he's saying. Then he's saying he became the leader by default. So behind him, they all got different stories. But this is the Israeli Church of Universal Practical Knowledge, Inc. And they changed it right here to the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ, Inc. And I believe this is it says February 3rd, 1997. So this is when the 501c3 changed to a different name. And then he put on there the Israelite School.
Right.
And so, and this is what the elder and I was bringing out. This is showing where Ahrayah sold out because, initially the school was named after Abba Bivens, well, not after him, but what Abba Bivens named the school, right? And so then we have the changing to this name. And then you see the Universal put in there, and that's the tie to the Catholic Church, aka Rosicrucians, aka Illuminati. And Elia, I don't know if you want to go ahead shed some light on.
He's bringing out some of the splits, the time of the splits, and how they incorporated the name. And basically, what Yohana did was, because the plan all along was to get to the Church of God in Jesus Christ and all the other madness, but that name was discarded. The original fake name was discarded. So Johanna just simply, sort of a bit of a nostalgia, grab hold of the name again and, try to bring back the spirit of the school when he was in it. But see, when you do things like that and then you create this fake, narrative story that can easily be picked apart and exposed, it's not good. You cannot build your foundation on a lie and expect, good things to, to go for you. So it's all being exposed. It's just a knockoff version of what Ahrayah started, which was a deception and a complete dishonoring of Abba Bivens' school of Torah and Tanakh.
And can you explain to the listeners and the viewers about the Catholic succession and how it ties to the universal? And so when you see that actual name, or should I say verbiage, universal, that's the actual tie back to the Catholic Church, him selling out, so forth.
Yeah, basically, I can follow you. Basically, when you have this name change, it reflects the energy and the mission of the school at that point, which was a 180-degree turnaround from the Abba Bivens School of Torah, and we have testimony by elders who were students. The Creator Yah had me, inspired me to get together with Brother Uziel Lawi, and I suggested to him to interview those or former students in Abba Bivens School that were still alive in New York, which he did. He interviewed them, and they were able to expound on what was taught, what exactly was taught in the Abba Bivens School of Torah and Tanakh. And so once they switched over to the universal Catholic practical knowledge, you see over the years, step by step, them becoming more Christian, more Catholic, and you see the end result in Jermaine Grant being the Holy Spirit, or Comfy, the Comforter.
Got you. Well, I was talking more as far as like the Catholic succession and how the word universal.
Basically, apostolic succession is just a code letting folks in the know that the school was under Jesuit control, and we know the agenda of the Catholic Church, which is to make everything Christian, make everything about the Son of Mary. You see,
right?
Take you away from the first commandment and the second commandment, and the Creator Yah only.
So what you're basically saying is when we see the changing of the name to this Israeli Church of Universal, once we see that universal, we can most definitely assume that's the selling out point, because that's the actual connection to the Catholic Church.
Right, and then you see a lot of the the terminology, just the symbols that they take on themselves, the language, until now the second tier, you see more of that expressed in the gathering of Christ, united in Christ, the Most High in Christ. This is something that wasn't done in the school of Torah and Tanakh. This is not an Israel thing. Okay, this is a contamination of Israel. And by the way, if we look at this thing in as far as the captivity, the main sin that caused the children of Israel, nation Israel, to go into captivity was the sin of going after other gods, which is a violation of the first and second commandment. And you see that we're still in captivity, and we're still not obedient to the first commandment. We're still holding on to idols, and this is the position of Israel today, prior to us going into the wilderness. Because in the wilderness, remember, when we went into the wilderness under Moses, most of the Israelites were deceived by the golden calf, which JC is the modern day version of the golden calf, and Mary is the modern day version of the Queen of Heaven.
Right. All right, before I get back to the video, I just want to remind the folks of the first commandment. It is, I am Yah, the God of Abraham, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. Therefore have no other God before me. And so I always ask people, you know, did JC or Yahweh Shai, whatever name you use, whatever you chose to use, Yahweh, Yahuwah, whatever name it is, the son, whatever, you know, the son of Mary, right? As the elder would say. Did he ever take the Israelites out of Egypt, or any people for that matter? And so if you know, honestly to your heart that he hadn't, then you honestly have to know that you are in violation of the first commandment. Okay, because it's only the creator Yah, the God of Abraham, the God in the Old Testament, right, who brought the Israelites out of Egypt. There's been no other God who's done such a thing. With that being said, let's continue with the video.
See, a lot of mistakes was being made. A lot of man stuff was being done. You know, we all at fault. We all have blemish, a lot of the elders. But that central command thing, okay?
Labia, she said, I was going to that school for 4 years, and it's full of adultery and abuse. Okay, sis, if you want to come on to one day, or maybe after the elder done, you come on and tell your side or whatever you want to talk about as well, Queen. You're more than welcome. But go ahead, elder.
Let me just say why she said that. Well, you got to understand what we're in. During the time of the disciples and all the men in the ancient time, they're coming from the light, going to the dark. We're coming from the dark, going to the light. Anything that started have what you call glitches. Like a computer. When they first started out with the computer, it wasn't perfect. It had glitches. So in the nation, of course, there was glitches. There was adultery. There was fornication. There was all that. But we know we're going to win in the scriptures, right? Israel going to be brought together, and they're going to be that royal priesthood. So, of course, it had glitches in the beginning. When I came in, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, people huh?
Said that the ISUPK was formed in Mahayim's basement in Philly, and it's under his third wife named Holly. That's crazy. I didn't know that either, but we know that Yohana went to Philly because he claimed he never left the school, but everybody else claimed Yohana did. He said he the only one that stayed.
No. Look, Yohana was down with Central Command.
Sister, I need to interview you. Contact me at FOPEnewsnetwork.com because I need you to come on here, Queen. I need to interview you as well because the people need to know the truth from other women too. That's why we do this. To warn the younger people so they can stop being lied to. But go ahead, Elder.
Right. I remember Yohana used to wear a shag. Like he had a shag hairdo. And he did this thing called a Black Watch, which was a good show. I remember when he was a humble and meek brother. And I remember they gave a party in Israel. He did that. He was a real humble brother. This guy here I see today, I'm like, who this dude? But anyway, he used to be with Central Command. The group with Central Command was Lahab and him and a couple of other guys. Actually, Lahab was like running Central Command. So, like I said, when Marshall pulled back that bread, oh, he's a problem, right? And it was word around town, they're gonna deal with him, right? Now watch this. So that's why he immobilized the royal bodyguards. Who was that? It was a brother they call. You ever heard that term, the motorcycle man? You heard Yana say that? That was a brother named Yasha. Nate.
I heard of him.
Huh?
I heard of Yasha. I heard of him.
Yeah, him.
His name.
He was ahead of it. He was ahead of it because he used to be a correctional officer. Then you had Nate, Nathan Yalaga, him. There was another brother named, a couple other brothers. But another brother named, I don't know if you remember him, the Gadite guy, I forget his name. He was down with it. These guys are law enforcement.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please contact me. You can bring up.
And you see how you say these guys are law enforcement. That's one thing we have brought out, months ago in the gematria. That these camps are infiltrated with law enforcement agents, the whole 9 yards. Okay, this is why Israel have a bad look. This is all planned by the CIA. Okay, with all these brothers, and I'm not saying that each and every brother out here that's in these camps and is out here teaching in the streets are CIA. They are actually, working the agenda of them, but the hierarchy of these camps know who they're working for. And this is why you see the madness going on in the streets. It's all planned out that way to make us look bad, on top of other things too as well. Ahrayah, you have something to say?
Yeah. Again, we do not hate the young brothers that's out there, doing what they think is right, and we don't even hate these wayward older brothers. But we're just trying to get to the truth here, because so many lies have been told, and they try to stick this 1969 out there like there were 7 heads, 7 guys, leaders that got together in 1969 and started a school or started the leadership of the school. That's not what happened at all. Lahab didn't come to much later. Lahab was nowhere around in 1969 doing no central command. And Johanna was nowhere around in 1969. So where's the proof that you guys even started in 1969? What happened was, when Abba Bivens died, got rid of him, destroyed his school, and replaced it with this Catholic decoy called School of UPK. There was so much shenanigans going on that it's such a cover up.
Right.
But see, everything's coming to light.
Now, to get back to the law thing, which I totally agree with you. Ward said later on in the video that, if I'm not mistaken, his sister was dating a high agent of the government, and once he had found out that she was dating an Israelite, like, he almost came to tears and told her, you need to stop dating him because, they're going to kill, these guys. And that's, another thing that came out in the gematria, because see, a lot of this came out with one of the brothers who used to be in the camps, who called on this name that Ahrayah gave them, and so we began to look at the name that Ahrayah gave them versus the name of Yah in the gematria. And one thing that we found up under the name that Ahrayah gave to Israel is that they're not so chosen, and that they're pretty much going to be cut off, you know what I mean? And so as you see right here with the elder, not at this moment, but if you watch the video later on, or if you actually go to their video, you'll see a Ward say that his so-called sister boyfriend said that, they're going to kill Israelites. So with that being said, brothers need to take heed to what's really going on, because judgment is going to come from the Most High, and like we say, you can't get 2/3 from 2/3 of Israel out of quote unquote the Yah only. I hate to say Yah only like that. I mean, yes, Yah. I mean, I don't want to say I hate to say Yah only, but this is what they label us. But we're Israelites, okay, and we follow Yah only, no one else, okay. But if you're not subscribed to that, if you're not up under the law, you are part of the 2/3. And as we see with prophecy, the 2/3 are going to come up under the sword. Before I get to the video, Ahrayah, you want to add to that?
Yeah, they try to slander, and like you say, they try to put labels on us like Old Testament Israelites. And we're not. We worship the Creator Yah only. We're not Old Testament Israelites. But like you said, I like it, and that's so true. When you're dealing with 2/3 of Israel, the Creator Yah only is just a small group. I don't know what percentage they are, but they certainly cannot even attempt to make up 2/3. So the 2/3 is coming from the so-called messianics.
Totally agree. Totally agree. With that, we'll get back to the video. Totally agree.
Bring the other sisters on as well.
Right.
The truth must be told, plain. The truth must be told. Go ahead, Elder.
Right. So they had the Central Command, and they was plotting to kill him. Right. So he put us on the door. We on the door on 1 West like this. You know what I'm saying? We was ready. We had ours. So it was a brother named Kyle that was in it, you know, coming in. Because they didn't know Marshall put us on the door. So he was coming in. I said, hold on, brother, you got to get checked. He said, no, I'm staying outside. Okay. Why you staying outside? Why you worried about getting, you know? So that's why the whole King David thing really got enforced. Because Ahrayah made us stand up and swear that, in other words, he's the head. He the one made us swear that the King David, Marshall wasn't with that. He made us do it because they were plotting to kill Marshall. You understand? That's what that thing about. So that's how that happened. Now,
Contact me at this email.
And so we heard him say that it was who that made them say what, Ahrayah?
It was Ahrayah. He's the mastermind.
It was Ahrayah. And so you mean to tell me that these grown men knowingly did what was wrong?
Every time, step by step. But, you know, I don't know what's worse, all the shenanigans or the people's attitudes today where they just want to cover it up and let it slide and protect the guilty.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Like, you know, everybody has a bad case of amnesia because, I mean, after the prophecy as far as America is supposed to be destroyed, was in 2000.
2000, January 1st.
January 1st, okay, and then you had Comfy, you know what I mean, the Comfy situation. I just don't understand, like, how everyone can just, you know, sweep these things up under the rug as if these things never happened.
Yeah, the brother was making all type of excuses, talking about, you know, when they first, you know, started, they got, you know, had all these issues and all of these are grievous trespasses and sins and corruption. This is not small matters.
No, not at all. And you know what? Before we get back to the video, you know, what is this thing about this secret funeral? You know, because, you know, that's one thing that we were talking about before we heard about this secret funeral, is that he should be having a funeral if indeed he actually passed away. You know, they came out saying that he passed away, then they came back and recanted. Well, Zabak did, and, you know, said he should have maybe waited till he got more information. You had a family member on Vocab Malone coming out and saying that, you know, he's, you know, was speaking to his auntie or something like that and heard his uncle, you know, I guess over her shoulder talking about that he's okay, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then all of a sudden, you know, everything goes quiet, and then all of a sudden now we hear that there's a secret funeral. What is this going on with this situation? Is the man dead? Is he alive? What's going on with a secret funeral? I don't understand how someone, well, I mean, I guess I can understand. I mean, you know, you have family members who might want to make it private, but nevertheless, what's going on with the back and forth as far as, you know, he's dead, he's not dead? You know, what's your feeling on that before we get back to the video?
Yeah, it's like a secret public announcement. Okay, you're right. You can have a private funeral, but a secret funeral. I googled it, and nothing. What is a secret funeral? I googled it. Somebody tell me, because ain't nothing coming up. A secret funeral. Yeah, we're going to get into that later too, because this whole thing is just shrouded in mystery from the beginning to end, and just chock full of corruption. And when we did the gematria, I mean, so much stuff came out. I was just floored.
Yeah, and that's one thing another elder said. You know, he said, you know, coming from these camps, they inherited nothing but corruption. That's all they inherited, you know, from Ahrayah is corruption.
And we're going to get into it, you know, because this is a series. See, this is serious. People think this is a joke. And they built this school of UPK on the blood of Abba Bivens and the ashes of the school of Torah and Tanakh. And if you think you're going to get away with that, not happening. Yah saw and sees it all. Let's go.
Anybody that need to reach me, please just contact me at fopenewsnetwork@gmail.com. Please. Go ahead, you good. I just want to people asking how to contact
you. You good? Right. So that was another split. There was another split called the 12 Kings. You heard of that?
I heard about the 12 King doctrine too. They said Elder Mahavakar, he mentioned that to me. He said he heard about that when he was in Jamaica, and then he was on his way home, and they was saying that they had a 12 Kings doctrine as well.
Yeah.
So about that.
So Yeshaya started that, and what that was about. Let me tell you something, man.
And I just want to say this real quick. You know, that's another thing. You know, all these doctrines. We shouldn't have all these doctrines. We already have the book of remembrance, which is called, you know, some people know it as the Old Testament. Well, most people know it as the Old Testament, but it's called the book of remembrance. We have that. It's not to be interpreted. It speaks plainly to you. The only thing that might not speak so plainly to you is prophecy, and prophecy is not meant for everyone. But everything that's need to be understood is very simple and plain. And the most important thing that need to be understood is the law. I just don't understand why we have so many doctrines when that's not what Genesis through Malachi calls for. That's not what Yah calls for. Yah calls for the nation of Israel to turn back to the law. I'm sorry, would you say, Ahrayah?
Yeah, I think you were breaking up a little bit, but you're right, I agree. It's just a part of the games and gimmicks that they try to come up with. Because see, when you're considered a person that can come up with different new doctrines, you're looked upon as somebody's spiritual leader and someone to look up to and take serious. But they're using these things for manipulation purposes.
Yeah, and I most definitely agree with you, and I see that anytime we see a new doctrine arise, it's just a corridor for them to make money. You know. So, but let me go ahead and continue with the video, and let me explain what I mean by that. So, when you come into understanding this already else is someone doctrine, it's really hard to become a high-ranking member to where you have control and power, to where you might have access to financial gains or, you know, notoriety. You come up with your own doctrine, then, you know, you obviously become the leader. You then have students may become followers, then followers, you know, become a church, a congregation, you see? And then with that numbers, or those numbers, shall I say, the profit goes up, the financial gain goes up. So that's the incentive for those to go and start, for those who want to go start a doctrine on their own. You understand? That's what I mean by that. But let's continue.
Real talk, what we in is dangerous. It's dangerous. This ain't no, that's why I get mad seeing these dudes playing with this. This is dangerous.
And see, I know personally because the Most High to visit me in ways that I tell people that's how I know the Most High is real. And that's why I don't think some of these dudes believe anymore after that year 2000 prophecy. But the Most High, he came and visited me and he told me, Shasham, you cannot play with this. And what he would do to me if I do. And told me, what I gave you for a reason.
Right.
Don't tell the people the truth out of everything. Give them a choice. So that's my concept of teaching. Listen, you don't have to believe nothing I'm saying.
Right.
I'll show you in the records that I got a library, damn near 1,000 books. Most High done blessed me with all types of Hebrew books and everything, old books. I even got a Hebrew Apocrypha that I haven't found nobody else with in Israel.
Right.
That's written down red.
Wow.
I cannot lie on this shit because
So with that, Israel, we're going to be wrapping up with this video. Part 2 will be coming here shortly. Ahrayah, do you want to have a few words before we wrap it up? We probably have about a good 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I just want to, say something real briefly because this is just the beginning. We're going to peel back the onion, the layers, and we're going to see exactly what we're supposed to see, so we can make up our mind and we can see the truth, okay? And we can see that these camps are all stumbling blocks, Catholic decoys, controlled by secret societies, set up by the Jesuits and the Catholic Church, and going all the way back to Ahrayah in the beginning, in the 70s, selling out, disregarding the teachings of the school of Torah and Tanakh from his master teacher, Abba Bivens, and setting up this thing that we see that has grown all over the world. But like the Catholic Church, that has how many billion members? Just because you have a lot of members and got a lot of activity going, as what you see in all churches. You got churches with millions of members, and they exist in their own world. You can't tell them they don't have the truth. And we see the same thing with this Christian Israelite situation spawned on, especially of late with the YouTube, with the camps. And again, I keep emphasizing this. This is nothing personal. We're dealing with souls here, and we're dealing with truth. And we do look at our brothers as our brothers, but you need to repent. You need to come out of Christianity. And that's another thing. How can you be a Christian